Hello, everyone. It is my pleasure to join you for this town hall. I do want to start by congratulating Tracey on her appointment as WAPA's 7th administrator and CEO, and of course, the very first woman, very first Native American to lead this organization. How wonderful is all of that? I mean, Tracey, since the day that you stepped into the interim administrator role, I think it was in March, you have provided WAPA with steady and capable guidance. You've demonstrated the vision, important, the dedication, the expertise that this team needs as a leader. And I think you've won the confidence of your colleagues and certainly of the DOE leadership team. You have really earned this role. Dropping interim from your title was really one of the easiest decisions that I've had to make as Secretary of Energy. And it's certainly not lost on me that you served as interim administrator during one of the hardest stretches that WAPA has seen in some time. I mean, between the ongoing pandemic and the extreme weather hammering the grid, you know, this organization's work to deliver low cost federal hydropower to nearly 700 customers across 15 states. You know, you have faced some of your biggest challenges this year. So I just want to say how proud I am of the entire WAPA team. And I know that some of you really deserve some special recognition. And I'm talking first about WAPA's 378 wage board employees, like the linemen and the electricians, the craftsmen, the mechanics, the operators, all of you who have been working around the clock in person to keep WAPA's 17,000 circuit mile transmission system humming. Really, you know, courage in the face of intense and demanding situations. It's a standard requirement, it seems, for your job. And this year, you have confronted far more extreme conditions, from the polar vortex this past winter to the wildfires certainly this summer. And, you know, you've met each moment without fail. I've actually heard that in the last several weeks, some of you've had to respond to fires that were reported near and even underneath WAPA transmission lines. And you've sprung into action at all hours and at a moment's notice, you know, at times even working through the night with CAL FIRE to mitigate risks to WAPA's system. So, you know, regardless of whether you were actually a part of those crews, I want to commend all 378 of you for your contributions to a truly Herculean effort. What an amazing team. I also want to give a shout out to the 108 dispatchers putting in long hours during these stressful shifts. Your role in responding to power system emergencies has obviously grown all the more difficult and all the more important as climate change has supercharged these natural disasters. And I just, you know, want you to know that I and our whole DOE team really appreciate all you do to help monitor and to maintain and to manage the grid. And regardless really of whether you've been going into the office or whether you're out in the field or whether you're teleworking from home, I want to acknowledge that you have all played, all of you, and you continue to play, obviously, such an important role in WAPA's successful operations. And I know that for what I know is a tight-knit organization, being apart from your colleagues during this pandemic hasn't been easy. And I really thank you for pushing through and for continuing your great work. You know, while this Delta variant surge may have delayed our return to offices, I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to beat this thing if, of course, more Americans get vaccinated. So before I say goodbye, I want to really stress and ask, if you haven't been vaccinated, please, please, please get your shots. The data is unambiguous. We know that these vaccines are overwhelmingly safe. We know that they're overwhelmingly effective. You know, and now that Pfizer's vaccine has been approved fully by the FDA, there's just no reason to delay getting an appointment. So if you haven't rolled up your sleeve yet to get your shot, I hope you will not wait another day. So thank you all so much for having me at least dive in for a moment to your town hall. And thank you, Tracey, for the great leadership that you're providing. And thank you all so much for your incredible work under these unique and really trying circumstances. So let's keep it up and let's finish this year strong. Thanks so much.